Welcome to the Auditor State Uniform Accounting Network screencast for creating and managing investments in UAN. In this screencast, we'll cover how to add, edit, close, remove, and display investments. To navigate to the Investments area, select the Accounting module, the Maintenance menu option, and the Investments function. The Investments area will open to the right, listing all investments currently being tracked by UAN. The actions available in this area are Add, Edit, Close Item, Remove, and Display. The Close button closes the Investments area. To begin from the Investments area, click the Add button. A blank Add Investment form will open displaying 3 sections and 2 buttons. They are the Account section, the Bank section, the Details section, the Save button, and the Close button. As usual, required fields are in green, optional fields are white, and read-only fields are the same color as the background. Our first section to complete is the Account section, so we'll enter the name of the account into the Account field. I'm just going to give this a generic name. You would put the name of your investment in. You have only 10 characters, so summarize the name if you need to. Next, you want to enter the account number into the number field. The account number can be up to 17 characters. Again, just going to put a generic account number in. Next, you want to verify that the pooled investment checkbox is correct. A check mark in the box indicates that you want a pooled investment, and that's what's going to be default. If you're confused on whether you want to mark an investment as pooled or non-pooled, you can hit the blue question mark. It'll display our system message that displays the difference between a pooled and a non-pooled investment. So you only want to uncheck this box for investments that fit the following criteria. Only a single fund will be invested. That fund is legally permitted to receive its own investment interest. That fund is marked in the fund's area to receive its own interest in accounting, maintenance, and funds. This box must remain checked for investments of any other type. This setting cannot be changed for an investment after it's been saved. So once you save it as pooled or non-pooled, you'd actually have to go in and close the investment and open a new one, marking it correctly. A further explanation of pooled and non-pooled investments. A non-pooled investment is open to earn interest on the cash in a checking account from a particular fund. The cash in a non-pooled investment is then, by definition, restricted to one particular fund. In contrast, a pooled investment is open to earn interest on the cash in a checking account from all funds. The cash in a pooled investment is then, by definition, not restricted to any particular fund. While both investment types reduce the primary checking account balance, by definition, only non-pooled investments reduce the available balance of particular funds. That description is listed in our UAN user notes in the New Fund Status Report section. Next, we'll enter the description of the account into the description field. You're limited to 40 characters. Next, we'll just select the investment type from the investment type radio buttons. Your options are Treasury Bill, Certificate of Deposit, and Other. The default's going to be Other. I'll just leave it as default. Now we're going to complete the bank section. So we'll enter the name of the bank that is holding the investment in the name field in the bank section. We recommend that you also fill out the optional address, contact, phone, and fax fields if you have that information. Adding this information makes tracking investments easier in UAN. Now we're going to complete the details section. So we're going to select how we'd like the interest from this investment to be allocated. Your options are reinvest interest receipts, which will keep the interest with the investment, and receipt interest to primary checking account, which will move the accumulated interest into your primary checking account or fund. I'm going to leave it as reinvest interest receipts. So basically we're going to say that this investment receives its own interest. Next, enter the interest rate for this investment if you have it available. Notice it is an optional field. We're just going to say we're getting 1% return, which is pretty typical nowadays, unfortunately. Next, we'll select the date the investment was purchased from the purchased calendar menu by either selecting the date from the calendar menu or by typing in the desired date. I'll just go ahead and select today's date. Now we'll select the maturity date of the investment from the maturity calendar menu by either selecting the date from the calendar menu or by typing in the desired date. If this is going to mature 10 years from now, it's obviously going to be easier just to type it in instead of scrolling 10 years through the calendar. So I'm just going to type it in. Now that we've got all of our information in, we can save and close. So you want to review your work. If everything is accurate, you'll click the Save button. If you click the Close button without saving your work, UAM will prompt you with a message asking you if you want to save the investment. You'll click Yes to save and close the form, No to close the form without saving, or Cancel to continue working on the investment. I'm going to go ahead and click Cancel. When you save your work, UAN displays a message in the lower left-hand part of the form stating that the investment name has been saved, and it clears the Add Investment form to allow you to add more investments. When you click the Close button after saving your work, UAN will prompt asking if you wish to print a new investment report. You can click Yes to print the report, or No to close without printing. If you click Yes, UAN will open the print form, select the printer you want to use, and click OK. UAN will print the new investment report to the designated printer. I'm going to go ahead and say No. Next, UAN will prompt you asking if you wish to open the investment transfer form to transfer money into the new investment. Click Yes to open the form, or No to avoid opening the form. See the investment transfer screencast to learn how to transfer money to your new investment. Either way, any investments you added will appear in the investments area after you complete this process. So I'll go ahead and click No, and you'll see that our new investment has been added to our list. To edit an existing investment, you're just going to begin from the investments area and select the checkboxes next to the investments you wish to edit and click the edit button. So I'll click our investment and edit. The edit investment form will open displaying the first of the investments you wish to edit. The edit investment form is laid out exactly the same way as the add investment form. So edit the account section. It's the same way except the name field and the pooled investment checkboxes cannot be edited. If either of these values is incorrect and the investment has not yet been posted, you can close the form and remove the investment to correct errors to these fields. See the Removing Investments chapter in the screencast. You may edit the account number and description fields by clicking on their fields and typing over the existing information. You may also select a different investment type radio button. So if I needed to add an account number, add investment to, and I could change which type of investment we have here. You can edit any section in the bank section. You can change the name, address, contact, phone, and fax fields as needed. In the details section, you can change all the fields again. You may change how you'd like to receive the interest, You can either choose reinvest interest or receipt the interest into primary checking. You can change the interest rate. Hopefully it goes up for you. And then you can change the purchase to maturity calendar menus as necessary. If you have a non-pooled investment, you will have one new addition to the details section, which is the fund grid. This grid displays several columns, providing you with information about the fund number, name of the fund that made the investment, the amount of money originally invested, and the current percentage of the value of the investment. And we added a pooled investment, so you're not going to be able to see that, but we wanted to mention that in the screencast. It'll be located in this area of the form if you had a non-pooled investments area and you edit it. If you're editing multiple investments, you may scroll between investments using the navigation arrows at the bottom left of the screen. The total number of investments selected will be displayed between the navigation arrows. When you're finished editing your investment, you want to review your work. If everything is accurate, you'll click the Save button. If you click the Close button without saving your work, UA will prompt you with a message asking you if you want to save the investment. Click Yes to save and close the form. No to close the form without saving, or Cancel to continue working on the investment. I'll go ahead and cancel out. When you save your work, UAM will display a message in the lower left-hand part of the form stating which the investment name is it saved, and clear the Add Investment form to allow you to add more investments. You just want to click the Close button after saving to close the form. To close investments, we'll select the investment you wish to close and click the Close Item button. You may only close one investment at a time. So when you go to click the investment you want to close and hit Close Item, UAN is going to prompt you with the system message stating that all final interest must be posted before closing investments in UAN. To stop and post interest receipts instead, we'll click the Cancel button. See the UAN screencast on creating and posting receipts to learn how to post interest receipts. To proceed, we'll click OK. The Close Investment form will be open. On this form, all we need to do is select the close date. I'll just select today. Now if the closing price has changed, say you had a capital loss or a capital gain, you can enter in the closing price. You also want to be sure to choose the correct close type. If you want to transfer the balance into the primary checking account, you'd select that radio button. If you want to roll over the balance into a new investment, you'd select the Rollover Balance button. We'll give you an example of each in the screencast. So in this example, we're just going to transfer balance to the primary checking account. Now if you click the Close button instead of the Close Item button, UAN is going to prompt you with the system message asking you if you want to close the item before closing this form. Select Yes to save and close the form, No to close the form without saving, or Cancel to continue working on the investment. We'll go ahead and select Cancel. Now we can select the Close Item button. UAN is going to prompt us with the system message that the investment is now closed and the balance has been transferred to our primary checking account. We'll say OK. We'll also get a system message prompting us to print the closed investment report. If you click Yes, it's going to open up the print form. You can just select the printer you want to use and click the OK button. I'm just going to go ahead and say No, and we've closed our investment. As mentioned before, you can only close one investment at a time. We just closed an investment and put all the money back in our primary checking account. Now we want to give you an example where you would roll over an investment into a new investment. To do that, you'd select the investment you want to roll over. In this case, it's going to be our money market account, and we'll select Close Item. Again, we're going to get the system message that reminds us to post the final interest before closing the investment. We'll say OK. Here we've got our close investment form. And this time, we're going to choose our close date again. And this time for our close type, we're going to select rollover balance into new investment. All we have to do now is click the close item button and we'll get our system message. Please note, this investment will be closed after the rollover investment information is saved successfully on the following form. When you click OK, it'll take you right to the rollover investment form. The rollover investment form looks like the add investment form, but with a more limited range of options. In the account section, only the name and number fields will be editable. And in the details section, only the interest allocation radio buttons, the interest rate optional field, and the maturity date calendar menu will be editable. We're going to input the new name of the investment into the name field in the account section. So it was Money Market Account, Money Market 2, we're just going to name it Money Market 3. Again, you probably want to be more descriptive with your name. This is just for our screencast. Remember to enter in your interest rate. We'll say we're getting 2%, which is pretty good. And then we'll enter in our maturity date. Again, it's probably going to be easier if you just type it in instead of scrolling through 10 years in our calendar menu. Now if you click the close button without saving, it'll ask you if you want to post the transaction. Go ahead and just say yes if you want to post the transaction, no if you just want to close the form, and cancel if you just want to go back to the form without saving it. So we're going to click cancel and go back. We're going to save. We'll get our system message that prompts us if we want to print the rollover report. You can click yes and it'll take you to your printer options where you can say OK after you choose the printer and it'll print our rollover report, or you can just say no. For this screencast I'm going to say no. And as you can see, we've got our Money Market 3 account that's rolled over. There's our new investment. To remove investments, we're going to select the Status Filter drop-down menu and set it to Removable. Select the desired investments and then click the Remove button. Only investments without a balance and that have not been used in the current accounting year can be removed and will appear in the Removable filter. If any activity occurred within an investment during the current accounting year, the investment may not be removed until the subsequent year. We're going to get our UAN system message that displays a message asking to confirm if we really want to remove the selected investment. We'll click OK to remove the selected investments, or cancel to avoid removing the investments. We're going to click OK. The investments will be removed from the investments area, and UAM will display a message in the lower left-hand part of the area stating how many items it has removed. To display investments, we're going to click on the check boxes to the left of the investments you want to look at and click the Display button. The Display Investment form will appear showing the first of the investments we selected for display. So we need to change our status back to Open. We can select either one of the investments to display or both. I'll just go ahead and select both investments and click Display. Again, this is all read-only information. Since we selected both investments to display, we can scroll between them using our navigation arrows at the bottom left of the form. So here's our investment for the money market account. I can scroll to our super savings and back if I need to. Click the close button when you're finished viewing the investments. In conclusion, the key points you'll want to remember for creating and managing investments are: investments are created but not funded by the investments function. So when you add an investment, you still need to go to the investment transfer form to put a cash balance into the investment. Pooled investments receive their monies from your primary checking account, while non-pooled investments receive their monies straight from an individual fund source. The investment transfer screen must be used to move money from the primary checking account into an investment after the investment is created. See the investment transfers screencast for details on adding money to an investment. When closing an investment, all final interest must be posted before closing investments in UAN. See the UAN screencast on creating and posting receipts to learn how to post interest receipts. Also, when closing an investment, be sure to select whether you want to transfer the money to your primary checking account or roll it over into a new investment. Only investments without a balance and that have not been used in the current accounting year can be removed. Investments with activity cannot be removed until the following fiscal year. Thank you for using this screencast on the maintenance of investments in UAN. For further information, you may contact the UAN support line at 800-833-8261 or by email at uan_support@auditor.state.oh.us.